Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today in this video I'm going to teach you about how to create a forward walk cycle or how to create a progressive walk cycle. Now, what is the difference between a normal walk cycle and a progressive walk cycle? So you might have seen a lot of tutorials regarding how to create a walk cycle, and students generally create the walk cycle at one place, right? If I show you, it's like this. Can you see the screen? If I show you, then this is how students create the walk cycle at one place, right? The character keeps on walking at one place. But but if if you want the character to walk forward, that means why do we create walk cycle? First of all, the first thing you should know is why do we create walk cycles, right? Why do we create it as a cycle? Because a certain personality into the walk is being created for a particular character. So suppose if you are working on a film and there is one character who is happy, so the way that character is walking, it will be uniform in the whole film. You cannot change the way of walk of that particular character. And that is why we create cycles, so that we can use this same cycle in any of the animation shots, and we can animate it ahead. That means if you want some acting to be done while walking, if you want to do something else while walking, then you can do it. You can have the same personality of walk in the complete film, and it will feel like a continuity. That is the main reason of creating walk cycles. Now, the question is, how do you create a forward walk cycle? That means now we have created like this, like at one place. Now, how do you create so that the same animation starts moving forward without sliding? Okay, you have to take care about the legs as well, so that it should not slide. Okay, when you are creating a forward cycle, the cycle should not slide, or else it will not feel no or else it will not feel normal, right? Normally we don't slide our legs. It is inclined on the ground. So before spending more time in the explanation, I would directly take you to the video and show you how to create a progressive walk cycle. And you will see, if you search the internet, you will hardly find any videos to create a progressive walk cycle. Everybody will teach you normal walk cycle. That also you will not get a detailed tutorial about the walk cycle. So if you are visiting my channel for the first time, if you really want to learn how to create a walk cycle, I have given a detailed tutorial of 1 hour, and you can watch that tutorial by clicking on the link up which is appearing there, and you can learn how to create a walk cycle. Now we will dive into the video and understand how to create a forward walk cycle. So if you see this, if I play, this is the walk cycle which I created, a normal walk cycle. The character is just walking at one place, right? All the body parts are moving, the hip, the hands, head. Apologies for the eyes, because actually what happened is I locked the eyes in my main file and I've referenced the character. So now I'm not able to change the eyes. If you can see, if I click here, everything is locked and I will not be able to unlock it because it's a reference. So no worries on that. The tutorial is mainly about how to create a forward walk cycle. So whenever you want to create a forward walk cycle, we have a global controller, right? Most of the times when you are working on any character, you will have two global controllers. Okay, you will have two global controllers. One is the main global and one is the sub global. Now in this case, we are only having one, which is fine. No worries in that. Okay. So when you talk about forward walk cycle, that means the character should move ahead with the speed of his walk. That means if the leg is going like this from here to here, then the distance traveled should also be the same, inclined to the legs. It should not be more or less. If it is less, it is going to slide backward. If it is more, it is going to slide forward. That is the problem. And I'm going to share you both the problems as well. If you see here, this, And it's very simple to create a forward walk cycle, right? It's difficult to create a forward walk cycle without creating a normal walk cycle. It's tricky and it's difficult to actually create a walk cycle while doing in the forward thing. It's better to create a cycle and then make it a forward cycle. Okay, that is more easy. So there are 7 steps to create a progressive walk cycle, and I'm going to teach you step by step how to do it as we start. So the first step to start with while creating a progressive walk is animate the global control. Now, how do you animate the global control? If you see here, now there is no animation in the global control. If I go on 25, if I move the global, right? Now, if you see, there is some movement in the global and the character is walking forward. But is it correct? Is the walk correct? No, because it's sliding. Okay. So, and also one thing you will notice is if you see here, it's slow and here it's going fast and then again it's going slow. Why? Because by default, Maya creates ease in and ease out. So this is the reason you have to go to your graph editor when you move the global and make it linear. Okay, when you make it linear, the speed of the global movement is uniform, is constant, right? It moves with a constant speed. Now, if you see, now what is happening? Now, again, there are two things in this. So when you move your global control, how to figure out that this is the perfect value or this is the best value I have so that the legs does not slide while moving the global control. How do you figure out that? So to figure out that, what we do is whenever you move the global, if you see the legs sliding forward, now if you see here, the legs are sliding forward. That means the amount of walk, the distance covered by the actual walk is less than the speed of the global. Okay. And that is why the character is sliding forward because the global speed is more than how the legs are moving. And if I go to 25, if I reduce it, suppose if I only animate this much, can you see the legs are sliding backside? This. So when the legs are sliding backside, that means now the speed of the global is less than the speed of the walk. Okay. So by understanding these two concepts, you have to make sure you have to come up at a balanced position where you can figure out that yes, now the legs are not moving too much. If you see here, this is the place where the leg is. Now it's sliding backside. So I will go and move it forward. Now I'll again check. Now if you see, there is very less movement. It's almost locked here only. Can you see? Very less movement is happening. It's almost locked at the place, right? So when it feels like it's almost locked, you can consider that movement as your best value. So this was the first step towards making a progressive walk. The second step is to create a locator. Okay, so I'll go to create locator. Now, if you are not seeing your locator, then make sure that you go to show and locators. Make the option on and you will be able to see the locator now. Now, we have done the next step. Third step is to actually bring the locator to the position of your leg. Now, which position of the leg? The position where the leg is actually on the ground completely, because we want the leg to be there until we don't lift it, right? And that is why we are removing the slide by that means. So now you have done the movement of your global. Now you have actually created the forward cycle, but there are flaws. The legs are sliding. It's not going in the right way. So to correct that and refine that aspect, we have the other steps. So this step is now bringing your locator, the third step, to your legs position. That means what you're going to do is we are going to parent the locator with the leg control. Now, whenever you parent, the first thing you select is the parent, whoever is the parent. So if you want the locator to come at the legs position, that means you will have to select the leg first and then the locator. But where I need to select? On third frame, because on third frame it's completely landing on the ground, and after that till 16 I want that leg to be on the ground. After 16 it should lift. Can you see? After 16 it should lift. So till 16 I want the leg to be fixed at a particular spot to avoid the slide. So on third frame I will go select the locator. I'll select the leg control, select the locator, go to constraint, parent constraint box. Don't directly click, go to the box and make sure that maintain offset option is off. It should be off. Now, why do you turn off the maintain offset? So that you can move your locator to the legs control. If you turn it on, that means you will parent it at its own position. It will not move. In order to pin it at the location, if you want to bring it or snap it on the leg, then you need to make it off. And I'll click add. If you see here, now the locator has come here. Right? Now the locator has come here. But you cannot keep the leg parented with the locator completely, or else everything will be locked in terms of the leg. You will not be able to move anything on the leg aspect. So what you have to do now, you have your locator fixed here. So I'll just key on the locator. Okay, I'll key on the locator. And the fourth step is to now delete the constraint. Okay, now I'll go to edit, delete by type and constraints. Okay, so now I have deleted the constraint from the locator. Now the locator will not move because I haven't animated the locator. Okay, and it's not needed to animate because we want to snap the leg on this locator. Okay. Now we have done with deleting the constraint. Now the next step is to snap your leg on the locator on every frame till the frame you want the leg to be lifted. Okay, so we have the 16th frame where we want the leg to be lifted. Now why 16th frame? If you select the thing, if you see here, on 15 the leg is getting here. The right leg is coming on the ground. So immediately when this leg is touching, you cannot lift that leg. After one frame, you can lift it. So that is the reason after 16, it will lift. From 15 to 16, it will just move up, and then from 16, it will leave the ground. Okay, so on third, what I will do is, I will select now the locator and the leg, because this time I want the leg to snap on the locator. So that is why locator is the parent now. Now, if you go here on 7th, go to constraint, parent box, or maintain offset off and add. Can you see there was a little movement? So now the leg got snapped on the locator. Okay. And now you go to 7th frame, hit a key on the leg and make sure till 15 you hit key on every frame. Key, 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 7th key, 8th key, 9th key, 10th key, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14, 15. Till 15, your leg should be locked. Now I'll go on 15th. And now, again, what you have to do is What you have to do? Now you have to delete it. The constraint which you did for the leg, you need to delete it now. Edit, delete by type, constraint. Now, at this point, it's deleted. So till 15, you made the key every frame, right? So it will not actually move. Now this is moving up down because of the hip that we will adjust. Now if you see here, this is the locator. On 15. Can you see? This is actually locked here itself. From 15 to 16, you will have the movement. But again, you need to refine the movement. So on 16 also, we will snap it on the locator. Now, what you have to do? Now it's actually done just because the hip is too much up. That's why it's getting that way. Okay. So we added it. Then now the next step is adjust the foot roll. Now you have to adjust the foot roll. So here the leg is locked, 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 locked. Here at 14, you go to foot roll. For foot roll, you delete these keys. Don't animate foot roll on every frame. Okay. For foot roll only. Now how you can do that? That we can do actually from the graph. What I'll do is select it, select the leg, 13, 14, 15. I'll make the foot roll this one, suppose 1.2. It's stretching, so 1.25. Okay. Now can you see the leg is at the same place till here? This 15, 13 we were having. Now what you can do is you can delete the 14 key of your foot roll. If you go here, this. So after this, here, here, from 12, we want the foot roll to work. So on 12, I will have a little bit of movement. 13, I will again delete the foot roll. So here, can you see? Can you see? There is no slide now. At 16, we have to make sure that the foot roll is correct. Can you see how smoothly the leg? Now you don't need to worry about these keys, which are on every frame. It is fine because whenever you do this, it's going to happen. Okay. So this is the jump which is coming. What I'll do, I'll go to here and I'll reduce the, can you see? There is no slide in the leg. So the last step is to repeat the same process for the other leg, so that the other leg also comes out of the slide. If you see here, so for other leg, we would want the leg to be here till here. This follows. After 4, it will lift. So we will have to lock the leg. Now how to lock? Create a locator, which we already have. Bring the locator to the leg's position, that is select, select, go to constraint, parent box, maintain offset off, add. Can you see the locator came at this place? Now when it comes to this place, make sure it's there itself. So on third, I will delete it now. I'll keep it on 1 only. Now again snap the leg on the locator. Locator, leg, till 4 we want it to snap. So constraint, parent, add. We have some, okay, I did not delete the constraint, sorry. So go to edit. As soon as you hit it, then again delete by type, constraints, and then select, select till 4th, constraint, parent constraint. Can you see here? Now it's a little bit stretch, but that we can adjust it. Now you have to key it on every frame. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After 4, it will lift. So on 3 to 4, now after hitting a key, you can delete the constraints, delete by type, constraints. Now you can go to the leg and adjust the foot roll. Simple as that. Getting it? You can adjust the foot roll. 1.5. And I'll go to the graph. Where is the foot roll? Foot roll. And if this thing, right, it's stretching too much here. So here, right, we can have it normal. Okay, third, we can hit a key. Key selected. And on third, I can reduce it maybe. Getting it? So the slide is removed. Now animation is something you cannot do it immediately, as I say. Okay, you cannot have it completely until you don't practice. You will not understand this. And you see, and even if you try to skip this tutorial, you will definitely not understand anything from the complete tutorial. Okay, so this is the reason whenever you watch any animation tutorial, make sure you watch it completely. If you skip like other tutorials, that means either you are not serious about animation, either you don't have the patience, right? Then this field is not for you. So as an animator, you need to have a lot of patience. Now here on 15th, we want it to be locked. Okay, first we'll check whether I'm having constraint or not. Then I'll go to this constraint, parent. Okay, parent, just to see or get the position. Then again, you have to delete the parent after hitting a key. delete by type, constraints. And now do the reverse parenting. Make the locator as the parent and the leg as the child, because we want the leg to be stable here. So locator parent, this child, and again constraint here on 15, constraint parent. Right here, key. Now you go to 15, key. So whatever the frame number is, you have to make sure that you key on every frame when you are locking your legs, or else it will slide definitely. Once you are done with this, then what you have to do is, once you hit a key on every frame, then go to edit delete by type, constraints. Now if you see here, now on 15th it's coming, locked. Is it moving? No. Locked. Can you see? It's completely locked. Okay, here we are not having the foot roll as 0.5 and 0.5. So maybe the translate Y is not matching. Or maybe the translate Z. Let me check. It's the same. So then we need to adjust a little bit of foot roll. Make it 0.6. And I will copy the same. Okay, go to foot roll. So it's a long journey. You have to focus on every aspect while doing the animation. Okay. Now if I play the animation, can you see the character is walking now forward without any slide? Is there a leg slide? No. And this is how we animate in the production. Now this is one cycle. Now what we do, if you want that character to walk too much ahead, then we go to the graph editor and then we go to curves, post infinity, and cycle with offset. Now if I make it 200 frames, still I don't need to animate the forward frames. Okay. Let me just. So maybe I'll create another tutorial on that. So can you see now? The character is moving forward with the same style, what we did at one place. Getting it? So this is how you do the forward walk cycle. I hope you liked this video and you learned a lot of new things in this video, how to create a progressive walk, because this is something which you will not get on the internet very easily, this kind of tutorial. So if you really like the content, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and share the video more so that more students can take the benefit of these free tutorials, right? And thank you so much for showing your love and support. Definitely, I'm going to create new tutorials for all of you guys. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless.